DOT community. This is Zalon coming at you with another Dawn of Titans video. And in this video, I'm going to quickly go over the best way to use event relics, in my opinion. And what's going to happen is I'm going to go over either the free to play options and also what I think some people, if you're going to pay any money in the events, what's the best way to use the event relics. So let's start with the free to play. So for free to play players, you typically start out here in the event with only the portal stones in the beginning, and your first frost token is your second option. Now, and I think that's with like 40 iron or frost. Everybody always wants to say iron, frost souls. So what happens is with these frost tokens, you could go run quickly to the temple and use them. But as a free to play player, my best suggestion would be to wait until the last day or two when the devs release the guaranteed 3-star and make the event relics really work for you. So if this is your first event, this is something that has happened in the past 3 events. Now, the last event, it's a guaranteed 3-star, and that was in the last poison event. The 2 events before that, Warpath and the other Ice Blade event, both of those, it wasn't guaranteed on the last 2 days, but it was a higher chance. So we're not certain if it's going to be guaranteed or higher chance, but I'm thinking it's going to be more on the guaranteed side since the last event it was such a success because of that. So you do get about 4 of these frost relics throughout the entire time. There's the second one, and then third one at 950 and the fourth one at 2400. Now, all 4 of those should be able, there's shouldn't be a problem for free to play players to be able to obtain all 4 of those tokens, even if it's on the last day. What I see as all free to play players should be able to get at least 4 relics, if not a 5th one with the provided gems, because you do get some gems provided along the way. There's 500 gems right there, another 250, so that's 750, and another 100, so that's 850. So if you don't have a little bit of saved up gems going into the event as a free to play player, and then unfortunately you're probably going to only have 4 relics, but 5 if you have some extra gems that you brought into the or also to remember season rewards, so you do get about some gems there as well, pending on where you place. So anyway, that is the free to play player options that I suggest. Again, that is to wait until the last day or two to make your event relics work for you. But you also don't know. And now this is the one thing in between the free to play and the pay to play players. This is kind of how everything works in these events. It's all based on time management. The more time you have to battle, the less relics that you will need to complete to get to 11K, if that is your goal. Pending, everybody has different personal goals, but if your goal is to finish the event, it's all about having as much time as possible. But if you don't have a lot of time, you're going to need more relics. That's the only other way to save time with these events. So if you plan ahead of time and know you're not going to have a lot of time in this event, then you might want to use some relics. So more relics than you were thinking initially. So it just depends on if you're a paying player, how you want to go about with the relics. Now, myself personally, I do put some money into these events, and I am going to be going for the 11K, and get the frost and get the 4-star ice ranger here at the end. So, Edalus, that is my overall goal. So with that in mind, I'm looking at about anywhere between 10 and 20 event relics to finish. Now, the only reason I say between 10 and 20, it's a pretty big margin there, and that is pending the level of the event relics, because even if you're a pay-to-play player, if you wait until the end, like I was just saying with the free-to-play players, if you wait until the end, you again, we're not certain yet, but should have a guaranteed 3-star at the event relic for the last day or two of this event. So if that's the case, and you don't buy any of your relics or use any of your tokens until the end, you can still make out with barely using any event relics. The thing is, though, you do have to have tons of time to play on the last day or two. So, again, it's all pending on how you plan everything out. So, after you go through a couple of these events, you get a little better idea on how you want to, schedule out your time to play and how much time you have for everything. Um, so essentially, when I say 10 to 20 relics, that's that 10 relics, you get 5 with the gems. If you're planning on going all the way through, you do get 5 relics with the included gems as well, because you do get 1,500 gems, as you see there at the 6,000. So with that included, you definitely get 5 relics included with the other as part of the what the devs give you in rewards. So with that in mind, all you need essentially could be 5 event relics, and that would be 10K gems. So that's actually not that bad. And again, that's if you get 3 and 4 star relics, and it's mostly at the end of the event. So if you don't have a lot of time at the end of the event, you're going to have to grind all the way through. Now, that's what I typically do. I grind one event relic at a time all the way through, and then on the last day, I double up my relics to finish out. That's typically what I do throughout the entire time. So even if I have only a 1 star or a 2 star equipped, I pretty much battle with a event relic always equipped at all times. The only thing I wanted to mention about relics before I get off here that I haven't mentioned yet is the stacking. You can stack event relics, a 4 star, a 3 star, a 2 star, and a 1 star all at the same time. With that in mind, each one of those relics, of course, can never. You can't have any of the same relic type. 3 star, 2 star, one. You can't have a double of any of them. Only one of each. Now, with that in mind, also the last I noticed this in the last event when they're guaranteed 3 star relics. And it could either be it's almost like 90% 3 stars, and then there's like that little chance that you're going to get a 4 star. So what happens is you only have 3 star relics. So there's no stacking that can be done because most people got rid of their 1 and 2 star relics throughout the beginning of the event. So unfortunately to say, I found myself not being able to stack much in the last event because I had no 2 stars and 1 stars. So I still found myself grinding a lot in the last day. So if that's the way this event turns out, you might want to make sure you have a 1 star or a 2 star before the last day or two, just so you can stack some of your event relics on the last day or two. Because I noticed that was a little bit of an issue this very last poison event, because with that guaranteed 3 star, it didn't make it exactly that easy to stack. But anyway, so besides from that though, each one of your event relics, here's the final breakdown. A 1 star event relic gives you 20 extra souls with your initial 10 base, because you want to always make sure you get 10 and attack green or white defense bases. And I'll go over that in my next video on how I like to event raid and how I pick my targets and everything else. But as long as you get your 10 base souls, you're going to get an additional 20 with a 1 star. In a 2 star, you're going to get a 30 additional souls on top of your base 10, so that's 40. A 3 star relic is going to give you a base of 10, also with 60 souls, so that gives you 70. And a 4 star relic is starts with 100 or 10 base, but 150 souls per battle. So that's 160 souls every time you attack. Now, that's only with that one relic. So if you, again, stack, you can get well over 200 souls per battle if you have a 4 star and a couple other relics as well. So it can be nice when you do some stacking. So that's how a lot of people out there, such as Lunya from Non-Toxic 3, was able to get Edelus already and has an amazing pikeman damage skill, which is absolutely great. That is actually one of what I want to get for my Edelus as well. So that's an amazing first skill, and it's going to definitely help buff those pikes. So I'm going to leave it at that. And that's pretty much everything about event relics. If there's any questions or any comments or anything like that, please leave them below. If you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thank you, and I will talk to you guys again soon.